money fall on you, banana fall on you.
Davido, the man, the hits, and the debate nobody is tired of having. Ehen. Sit down. Because today on Celeb Clope, we are entering a conversation that has been tearing Nigerian Twitter, sorry, Nigerian X, apart for years now. We are talking about Davido. OBO. The 30 billion boy himself. And the question everybody has an opinion about but nobody can fully settle. What is Davido's biggest hit song? Now before you open your mouth and say the answer is obvious, wait. Because nothing about this man's career has ever been simple. This is a man who has been in the industry for over a decade, dropped back-to-back bangers across multiple eras, survived controversies that would have buried lesser artists, and still came back stronger every single time. So when we say biggest hit, we are not just throwing words around. We are about to break it down properly. Lagos to London. Lekki to Los Angeles. Follow me. Let's start from where the argument usually begins, Fall. 2017. That song entered the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there. Not for 1 week. Not for 2. That record became the longest-charting Nigerian pop song in Billboard history at the time. Read that again slowly. Nigerian pop song. Billboard history. Do you understand what that means? This was not a crossover gimmick. This was not a feature with a Western artist to buy credibility. This was Davido on his own, with his African sound wrapped in a sleek production, and the whole world nodded their head and said, "Yes, we hear you." Fall was the moment the world stopped treating Afrobeats like a curiosity and started treating it like a genre with commercial weight. Davido didn't just make a hit. He made a statement. And for many people, especially those who follow the numbers, the charts, the cold hard data, that argument ends right there. Fall is the biggest hit. Full stop. But then, and this is where it gets interesting, another set of people will look you dead in your eye and say, if. 2017 was clearly a blessed year for this man. Because If did something different from Fall. While Fall conquered international charts, If conquered hearts right here on the continent. It became an anthem. A street anthem. A wedding anthem. A funeral reception anthem, because you know how we do in Nigeria, any occasion is a music occasion. If had that hook that attached itself to your brain and refused to leave. It was Afrobeats in its purest, most joyful form. And the video, the fashion, the vibes, the energy, that was Davido telling you exactly who he was. Unapologetically Nigerian, unapologetically wealthy, unapologetically himself. So now you have two songs from the same era fighting for the crown. And people are already arguing in the comment section. But wait, we are not done. Fast forward to 2022. The man had been through personal tragedy that shook not just Nigeria but the entire African music community. And then he dropped Unavailable, featuring Musa Keys. And Omo. The way that song took over every speaker, every car, every Instagram reel, every TikTok, it was almost violent. Unavailable felt like a resurrection. It felt like grief transmuted into groove. Like pain wearing a dashiki and deciding to dance anyway. The song went everywhere. South Africa claimed it. East Africa was playing it. The diaspora was losing their minds over it. That was Davido reminding everyone that he is not just a Nigerian artist, he is a Pan-African force. And just when you thought you had made up your mind, the man went and did With You, featuring Omale. A song so beautifully crafted, so emotionally layered, that it earned a Grammy nomination for Best African Music Performance in 2026. A Grammy nomination. We are talking about the most prestigious music awards on the planet acknowledging that this collaboration was not just good, it was Grammy conversation good. With You is a different kind of hit. It is not a street banger. It is not a party record. It is the kind of song you play when you want someone to know you are serious about them. And in a music landscape that often rewards noise over nuance, With You proved that Davido can do both. So where does that leave us? With 4 songs. 4 legitimate contenders. 4 different arguments for 4 different kinds of greatness. Fall, for the history books and the international breakthrough. If, for the cultural penetration and the street validation. Unavailable, for the emotional resurrection and the Pan-African domination. With you, for the artistic evolution and the Grammy recognition. This is the thing about Davido that people sometimes sleep on when they are too busy arguing with strangers online. The man has not had one era of success. He has had multiple. And each era has produced a song that could, in its own right, be called the biggest. That is not common. That is not easy. That is the mark of an artist who has mastered the rare ability to grow without losing his core audience, and to expand his audience without growing too far from his roots. The debate will continue. It should continue. Because that debate means Davido's catalog is rich enough to sustain it. But the real question now, is your favorite Davido song on this list? Or are you one of those people sitting quietly knowing your answer is something completely different? Drop it in the comments. Let's settle this the Celeb Clope way. And if you are watching this and you have not yet subscribed to this channel, what exactly are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now, turn on your notifications, because on Celeb Clope, we do not do surface level. We go deep, we go real, and we keep coming back for more. See you in the next one.